Welcome, everybody. The Fever take on the Golden State Valkyries at Chase Center. It's going to be an excellent game. This team, an expansion team, has performed better than all expectations. Their players are playing scrappy. Nyla Nakase is showing a coaching masterclass, being able to take players and put them in the right spots to be able to make something happen. They've upset teams. This is going to be a pretty hype game, and I'm here to break down the keys to beating the Golden State Valkyries. First off, let's talk about Stephanie White and Dewana Bonner, who will be missing this game due to personal reasons. I hope and wish the best for them. Ultimately, I'm okay with them missing the game. In White's case, I think that she has prepared Austin and the coaching staff very well. They performed good against the Sky, although they didn't have to make a lot of timeouts. So I'm interested to see in this game, if things get messy, how Austin calls timeouts and they adjust. I know that one of the things they're definitely going to be thinking about this game is going to be keeping players fresh. So I'll be interested to see how he tackles that, and I'll get into that a little bit later. And as far as Dewana Bonner, I mean, I wish the best for her. Missing 3 games means that something serious must be happening. And if she was with the team, she would be distracted. I will miss having another fresh pair of legs, though, to stay on the topic of keeping people fresh. And the reason I keep bringing this up is because of the Commissioner's Cup. The Commissioner's Cup is an extra game on top of the grueling next schedule that the Fever have. It's on July 1st. Because it's an extra game, if you want to compete in it, if you want to stay good through the stretch and stay healthy, you also have to rest your players. And so I think that one of the things that Coach Austin talked about in the pregame was about keeping the players fresh and how they're going to be creative about that, how they might try to get in some rotations before TV timeouts to use that TV timeout time as like an extra little rest. I love that the coaching staff is already thinking about this and thinking about how they think long term instead of just the short term of winning this game. With the pregame, there was a really good interview with Lexi Hall back in her own stomping ground, and she was asked about the physicality of the last game and how the Fever were responding, and this is what she had to say.
Holy cow. I mean, you see our bruises, you see our scratches, but I mean, we just have to play through it. I think that's part of, part of this game is being able to know how the game is getting called, know how it's getting played, and be able to be the tougher team.
I love that she is giving a nod to the fact that the Fever recognize, like, hey, we're not going to get all the reffing calls. Our opponents realize that they're going to be physical with us. We have to meet that physicality, and we are showing that we are meeting that physicality. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And I thought that was a really cool add-in from her. And this environment is going to be a hype environment at Chase Center. Now, on to the Golden State Valkyries and how we beat them. There is some things that have to be noted. The Golden State Valkyries are the 11th in offensive rating. They are 7th in defensive rating. They are 4th in 3-point attempts while being the second last in 3-point percentage. Their team is down 6 players because of Eurobasket League stuff. And because of this, they've brought in some hardship players. The hardship players are playing good because, similar to Ari McDonald, they're auditioning for a spot. So they're going to play harder. They're going to play faster than potentially they normally would. They're going to give it their all, just like we appreciate out of Ari McDonald. Now, a lot of this team strength is the fact that they are a bunch of, and I think Temi even said this, is that they're a bunch of like 6 players. They're the players that would normally come off the bench, but they all work together. They all play fast. They all play hard. They all play like they're on a hardship, because the reality is this team probably does look pretty different next year after CBA and all that kind of stuff goes down. But they have a lot of good hidden talent on this team. And again, they play hard. You cannot underestimate them. The Fever will be a taller team in this game. I think that they only have one player that's 6'3". Temi was their tallest player at 6'4". She's not going to be there, which means that Natasha Howard, Aaliyah Boston are going to be able to use their height to their advantage in this game, and particularly Aaliyah Boston. And I could say that the Fever really just have to take care of business in this game with the depleted Golden State Valkyries, but you can't sleep on this team, and that would be a boring video. So let's actually talk about the things that I see in the Golden State Valkyries that are exploitable, their strength, their weaknesses, that kind of stuff. So the first one is going to be lock down their threats. And Kayla Thornton, as I had mentioned earlier, was player of the week that we should focus on. Probably have Lexi Hall on, plan a lot of our switches around what she is doing. You can't sleep on her. You can't lax on her. She will pop the 3 at a moment's notice. They will drive a lot of their offense through her. Veronica Burton is going to be second on that list. She is not going to exactly burn you just in the scoreboard. She is their main point guard. She gets about 5 or 6 assists a game. She is their main facilitator. So keying on her will also be important in this game. Now, as far as scheme, the Golden State Valkyries have been running a lot of zone recently against Seattle. They ran against the Wings in the game they lost. I think that they will probably not run the zone, mainly because, especially if Caitlin Clark is on the floor, Clark is going to pull up from the logo and shoot a three, which means that you have to have someone on her, which means that if you do, then your zone is very, very stretched if you have a person that's solely on Caitlin Clark up the floor. And the Fever just are so used to it that they just manage that so well. I don't think that they're going to sit in a zone and let Caitlin Clark just bomb on top of them. Probably not going to likely happen. If they do that, I think that the way that you beat that is you attack the soft middle of that zone. You can get players into that nail to the elbows. And from there, I think that a player like Aaliyah Boston would feast because you get her into that squishy center, and then she can either pass out with her great passing skills. She's one of the best passers as a big. She also has the fake and take, which she's been using lately to burn teams. She can drive, she can shoot, she could do so many things from that spot that if they kind of open that up as a potential to feed Aaliyah Boston, I think they're in a lot of trouble. And regardless of that, even if they're man, I think that Aaliyah Boston is going to be a big key to the Fever's success today if they decide to not bring a lot of help, bring a lot of double teams to try to stop her. I think that she's going to be able to outplay a lot of their posts that will be matched up against her today. Now, with that said, if they run man, one of the things that they are very susceptible to is backdoor cuts, which the Fever love to do. Kelsey Mitchell, whoever it is, Lexi Hall, they're backdoor cutting. Clark's going to hit them. We will feast all day on them with that play. Expect quite a few of those throughout this game. And then lastly, transition. Golden State Valkyries love to run. They'll beat you in transition if they can. But like the Fever, they also really struggle in transition defense. You can score a lot of points off them. They've had a trouble this year. So if the Fever keep up the pace, put them in transition a lot, there could be some really big runs the Fever pull off, and we could get out to a lead where we get to see more Timpson and Turner time, especially if we want to save some legs in this game. So hopefully if we can take care of business early, come out strong, and maintain that for the start of this game and into the second half, we will be able to find some more spots to get some rest in on this game. And lastly, of course, I'm excited to see Caitlin Clark and Kate Martin reunite again. I don't think this will be the first time that they truly reunite during the regular season. We may see Kate Martin guarding Caitlin Clark in this game, which will be fun as always. But the Chase Center is awesome. They have a great crowd. A lot of the crowd is like going to Gamebridge with the Fever crowd. They sell out, even for expansion team. They're hyped, they're loud. This is going to be a fun game to watch regardless of how it all plays out. So with that, let me know down in the comments what you're excited to see in this game. Was this video helpful for you to understand things that you can look for in this game? And as always, remember, you're going to be amazing today because you are amazing. And I'll catch you next episode.